we should be good. We should be live. Awesome. All righty. I see you guys coming in. So let me go ahead and get Instagram on the call here. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. And awesome. We'll go right here. We'll start like this. Hey guys, welcome. This is Tahiri Divine, also known as Diana the Metaphysical Midwife. You can find me on all my social sites as Tahiri Divine, where we are the student and the teacher. We're here for the transcendence of your abundance in health, wealth, spirituality, finances, and all the above. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am happy to be here with you all. Hey, Joe, I see you coming through. Hey, Joe. Hey, Kelvin. Yeah. Hey, how are you? Awesome. Well, we'll be going through the power of prayer. Today, we're going in day 17. We're talking about courage. Courage. Oh, you're doing great. That's good to hear. Hey, Raven. Hey. So glad to see you guys are coming in. So thank you guys for coming in. We're talking about courage today. So let's just get into the topic without much further ado. So one of the phases of life, we all go through these phases of life where we have to build courage, particularly out of fear. And sorry, not courage. We're talking about shadow work, but that has to do with courage. So it was supposed to be courage and shadow work together. So we're talking about shadow work, and I want to kind of go into with you guys, what is shadow work? So you guys probably heard this term before, but typically just keep it simple. Shadow work is dealing with the healing or acknowledging and moving from traumas, triggers, any type of ideas, thoughts, or experiences that may have caused some type of pain in your life that is still harvesting or holding on to. So shadow work is a type of practice where you actually go into those areas of yourself, psychologically, spiritually, however, and really come out and to find out your true light and to let those things go. Therapy is a really great way to work with shadow work. On top of going to therapy, which I highly suggest people, go to therapy, see a therapist. Mental health is a real thing. So that's something that's important. Spirituality, I want to make this very clear. Spirituality practices should not be used in place for therapy. They should go hand in hand. So I want to make that very clear. If you feel you need to talk to a therapist or get a psychoanalyst, whatever you feel you need for yourself, do that. And don't think that means you have a lack of faith in your spiritual process. Everybody has a process, and everybody needs somebody to talk to, okay? You can talk to me, but again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a medical advisor. I'm just somebody who will listen. But I definitely say go ahead and reach out to somebody who is a professional in that field if you're looking to get specific type of guidance through that. So let's talk about shadow work. For me, shadow work has been very important in my journey, especially as I'm talking about this concept of power of prayer, because again, we're coming from the concept of the mind. Everything is mental. So for me, shadow work has been really beneficial in my life as a way to help me dissect and maneuver my experiences and process them and really come into terms with myself to find my light. So it's like this, the saying, the dark night of the soul. It's a period in your life when you feel like you're covered in darkness, or you just feel like you need to be separated from the world or other people to really go within and to process your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions and triggers, and then come to what the root cause may have been, and then to transmute that energy so that you can really shine who you truly are. On a technical term, some people like to label shadow work as the traumas that we deal with, and during experiencing these traumas, a part of our soul kind of leaves us and we become stoic or cold. And so shadow work helps you bring back the warmth of your personality, the warmth of your soul back into your full being so that you can really experience and live fully. So I'm here to share with you guys some practices that I have used that has helped me in shadow work as far as dealing with my own triggers and traumas. So one of the tools that has helped me, and that is Journaling. This is barely half of my journals. I have so many journals, but journaling has been my go-to to really go through my processes, my mind, ask myself questions that I typically would run from, and really just write. One of the ways I used to journal, I don't journal like that no more, but when I go through some of my old journals, like I think this is like one of my old journals. Okay, this is from 2019. This is from 2018. This is the old one. This is like 2014, 2015. But yeah, so this is a good one to look through. When I read through some of my old journals, most of my journaling was just really ranting. Like when I get frustrated or upset or sad about something, and then I'll go in to write about it. And it would really be just me ranting about the experience. And then one day I just decided to, it wasn't a decision. It was just, I was writing. And as I was ranting out in my writing, it began to become a form of questions. And then while doing the questions, I started writing answers to them. And some people want to call it channeling. Maybe I was channeling my higher self, whatever. But I felt at the time when I was writing it, 2014, I was hearing the voice of God, which is why I recommended the book, which I'll just link it. I'm not going to grab the book, but the book Conversations with God. The same procedure started with the gentleman who wrote the book. He was just really ranting. And in his rant, he started to develop these conversations with God. Oh, I see you guys coming through. Hey, how you guys doing? Hello. Okay, seeing some oldies and goodies. But yeah, so one way to really process your thoughts is to really write them out. But again, if you need to just do a venting session, vent. But then after that venting session, go back and start just asking yourself or answering the questions that you probably was venting about, and that kind of really helps. Another practice for me that has helped, and I don't think I have them over here. I don't. Was using tarot cards. So tarot was a tool that I was able to use to help me dissect and ask myself questions. So I want to talk about the tarot just really quickly and briefly for those who are not familiar with the tarot, may have heard things about tarot, don't really know. The tarot or tarot is a card system. It is just a system that is a personal guidance. It is broken down into two separate major groups, which is called the major arcana and then the minor arcana. The major arcana deals with events that will take place in one cycle of life, okay? And then your minor arcana is broken up into four suits, kind of like you do with the cards, like a deck of cards. You got the clubs, the hearts, the diamonds, the obviously pentacles, but that's part of the tarot. But you know how the clubs, what is it in the club? Y'all know what cards are, playing game cards, the four suits. So it's a similar concept with the minor arcana, but typically they call it air, water. Oh, they represent these elements, air, water, fire, and earth. But then they call them pentacles, rods, wands, whatever, different terms for these different elements. And within each of these elements, it's pretty much like us. Think of it like the major arcana is the main event of your life, and then the minor arcana represents the sentences or the story within the main event. And so for myself, oh, you love the tarot? Yes, I love the tarot. I have a lot of different tarot cards. But right now, my favorite one that I'm using is the modern tarot, the modern witches tarot. I really, really like that tarot deck. I really do. But anyway, how I use the tarot, what I do for myself is I'll typically ask a question that pertains to whatever. Okay, you know what? Let me go to one of my old, let's see. Just give you guys a little example of what I do. Okay, this is 2019. So I would find a card spread that they do online, or I'll just create my own, which I kind of like creating my own because it allows me to really make it personal to my journey. So this is one I did last year in February. Oh yeah, it was actually, yeah, I did it for the year 2019. So I asked myself 7 questions. Within the one, it was, what is my main theme for this year? What is the energy that's departing from me from last year? What are some things I'm letting go? What is the talents I'll be expressing this year? What are some opportunities that can come up? Hey, and then upcoming obstacles I can be aware of and how to deal with upcoming. Well, this is more, this one's more about, I kind of mapping out my name. Let me find one that's really dealing with like shadow work. Okay, here's one. This was a specific question that I was asking myself to dissect as it comes to, wow, that's so funny, as it comes to courage. It was a situation I was dealing with at the time, and I really needed, hey, I see you guys in the chat. Hey, 6-figure days. Yes. Can candle be used instead of cards? Yeah. Yeah, candles can be used. I used to, I'm not that good at, is it not scrying, but with candle magic, that's not my specialty. However, I did use it before, but for those who resonate with whatever tool works for you. So Tarot is just one that worked for me. If candles work for you, if runes works for you, whatever tool that helps you to go through the journey of you, use that. That's what that is. Thank you for the thumbs up on the live stream, 6 Figures Day. We appreciate that. So this is one area I was dealing with myself as it comes to courage and discipline, and being disciplined in a within my courage. And I pulled some cards within myself. And in this reading that I did for myself, I pulled the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And based off my interpretation of the cards, I was able to really ask myself deeper questions on what exactly I may have been feeling. And not just so much what I've been feeling, but what I've been hidden from myself. Yes, candle works best for me. Okay, yeah, do candles, because I'm telling you, everybody has their thing, So yeah, you got to do your thing. If your thing is candle, do the thing right there. But yeah, so I was able to really look at myself, and in here, I found that I lacked structure in myself because I wouldn't release victimhood. And because of that, I was losing my own personal power. I couldn't be the Queen of Swords because I was dealing with the 9 of Wands energy internally because of the fear of myself. So that's what I was able to interpret from that reading. I mean, you will interpret whatever it is for you. Some people like to use the cards on their exact interpretation based off the Rider-Waite system, which is totally cool. I understand the Rider-Waite system. For me, I'm more of an intuitive. So typically it won't be necessarily like, for instance, the 9 of Wands. It won't be exactly what the 9 of Wands may traditionally mean in the Tarot system. It would be something will stand out to me. Like, for instance, there was the way one of the rods were in the picture stood out, and it actually ignited a memory within me to allow me to see what it was I was personally going through at that particular time. So that's one area of using shadow work, or doing shadow work, if you use it in that framework with using the system of the Tarot. I believe this Tarot is a personal journey. I know people read cards for other people, like I do myself. I can read cards for other people, but the Tarot is very much a personal journey. So I would always recommend people, if you do utilize this tool, that you're utilizing it for yourself to become more aware of yourself, and not as a tool to predict your future. It's not a predicting future tool. Same with astrology. It's not so much that you can, well, I mean, you can't predict what exactly is going to happen, but you can have an idea of what the energies may represent, what could possibly happen based off the energy. And so when it does pop off, you'd be like, oh, well, that makes sense because we do have Saturn in Aquarius at that one point in time. But, so that's really how these tools and calculations can be used. So specifically, we're talking about shadow work. I really recommend anybody to really tap into these things, because when we realize is that our inner child, or our inner thoughts, our inner realms, shout out to my girl Naomi, I love that word, your inner realm, is so untapped. And because we go through these experiences or circumstances that we want to be detached from, and being detached, we don't allow ourselves to fully be expressive in this phase of our life, or in this existence of life. And so shadow work allows you to see your own personal blind spots, and it also helps you to better maneuver your conscious mind into your subconscious. And now you're able to sift through all the material and the memories and the hidden things that's in there that's really there to help you. From my personal experience, when it comes to the concept of demons, my personal experience, I do believe that demons are real. I don't subscribe them to the way the Judeo-religious belief systems do. I believe that demons are fragmented parts of ourselves. And because they've been fragmented or separated from the source, which we being our source, being separated from us, that it starts to attack us, or it's not really the trying to attack us, but it's trying to get our attention. Think of it like a starving animal, right? A starving animal that's been locked up and forgot about. And when you finally open the door or the cage where it's been in, it's coming out raging and whatever, because it's been ignored, it's been hungered, it's been suffering, it's been lonely, it's been feeling abandoned. And so when it finally sees a little glimpse of light, it could either come in an attack mode or just, whatever. So I feel in my personal experiences and my belief that to me is what demons are. And for myself, that was how I was able to overcome and really to overcome and free these demons. And in freeing them, I was able to learn lessons in my own personal journey of how I was losing myself and these things. Don't open the door, please. Yes. Okay, thank you. Y'all, my mom was so funny. Hey, Cuzzo, I see my cousins in the chat. Hello. So when we're talking about this concept of shadow work, it's really important. We can use this as far as our relationships. Hello, beautiful. Hello. That's my cousin in the chat, guys. So yeah, shadow work is really important. For me, it allowed me to dissect myself as it comes to relationships, the relationship I had with myself, the relationships I had with family members. I was able to unpack these feelings that I've had. So not only through therapy, yes, but also through myself. Well, what is it with me that I'm afraid of? Am I afraid of my full potential, or am I afraid of failure? And in my experiences with my own personal life and talking with so many people since I've been in this journey, is that I don't feel that we're afraid of failure. I feel that a lot of us is truly afraid of success and what comes with success, or what we perceive success to be. And so that we limit ourselves based off this fear of accountability that comes with it, responsibility, or we fear that we're not able to do because of some type of subconscious belief that we're holding on to from childhood, or some type of other limited experience that we hold on, we carry with us. So shadow work is going to be really important for us to face ourselves, face it. Oh my God. Okay. I ordered this book from my good friend out in London. And when it comes in, I'm going to share this with you. It's a really great book that that she curated. That's for shadow work. So when it gets here, I'm going to share it with you guys. But I'm talking and talking. I've been going on for almost 20 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to say and add as we talk about shadow work and the power of prayer, and using our prayer life as a way to maneuver within these areas of ourselves, and to not just have healing, because it's not just about healing, it's about thriving. How can I really thrive in life until I let go of some of these aspects of self? So hit me in the chat, guys, if you guys got something you guys want to say about that. Oh no, I got something on my dress. Awesome. Well, all right. That is all I have for today on the power of prayer. We're talking about shadow work. I think a really good book, which I don't have, but I shared it with you guys already, and I'll put it in the description, is the book called Conversations with God by, I think his name was Donald Neil Walsh. That's a really good book. I actually bought the whole 3 series, but it's 3 different books. But the very first one I would recommend first, because it gets the conversation started of how having a conversation with God, and really just kind of put things in perspective as far as our experience and being in humanity, and what is the purpose of trauma, and what is the purpose of come on and I know, ain't this cut cute, girl? Yes. You know, I'm pulling up my old Tony Braxton look right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself Tony vibes. But but yes. So we're using these tools, whether it be journaling, whether it be going to therapy, whether it is talking with someone, whether it is using candles, using whatever that you may need that helps you as a tool to really unpack and dive into your world. And when you dive deep into your world, you begin to find out that in the darkness, you are the light. And then you're supposed to come out and shine your light. Yes, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I'm considering about going live later today on my YouTube. So Instagram, if I do go live on YouTube, I'll let y'all know and y'all can jump on in and we'll just have a whole live party and just chill on this Wednesday because I love Wednesdays. You guys see I'm wearing blue for Hermes or Toast, whatever, for the Wednesday thing. But yes, all right, guys, thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, let's Slay, Lady Slay. I tell you, I love your name. Every time I say your name, I'm like, I just love that. Slay, boo, slay. But all right, ladies and gents, I am heading off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until later on today, maybe I'll let you guys know. We'll talk soon. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, YouTube.